unless you spend from what you love, and whatsoever you spend, Allah is fully aware of you. Honorable President of this blended ceremony, respected guests from several parts of Assam, the river director and teachers of this madrasa, and beloved friends. Today, on this divine occasion, I would like to deliver a speech on a burning issue of the day. It is the Waqf Amendment Act 2024. Respected audience, the above recited ayah means you shall never attain righteousness unless you spend from what you love, and whatsoever you spend, Allah is fully aware of you. When the aforementioned ayah was revealed, the cherished companions of the Prophet ﷺ approached him to devote all of their valuable wealth in the path of Allah. Hazrat Abu Talha, the wealthiest companion among the Ansari companions, submitted his most valuable deep garden along with a well-made delay heart to the Prophet to spend for the poor. Even the second Caliphate Umar, when he got a precious land in favor, rushed to the Prophet to consult him about it. So he asked him, O Allah's Messenger, I got some land in favor, better than which I have never had. What do you suggest that I do with it? The Prophet ﷺ said, if you like, you can keep the land as endowment and keep its fruits in charity. So Umar gave it in charity as an endowment, on the condition that it would be not sold nor given to anybody as a present and not to be inherited. But its end would be given in charity to the poor people, to the king and kid, for freeing slaves, for Allah's cause, to the travelers and guests. And that there would be no harm if the guardian of the endowment act from it according to his need with good intention and fed others without storing it for the future. Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 2737. We have to know that the aforementioned discussion proves clearly that Waqf state is a purely religious will of the Muslims all over the world. No one has the right to interfere in it. And this right is protected by the United Nations. United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights declared in the Article 18, everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience and religion, as well as the Constitution of India also protected our religious rights in the Article 25, declaring that freedom of conscience and free profession, practice and propagation of religion as fundamental right. That's why, wherever the Muslim community lives, the Waqf state is created by them as the mosques, madrasas, graveyards, and other lands to recover the remuneration of concerned officials and the maintenance charges of those properties. Respected audience, the new proposed act, the Waqf Amendment Bill 2024, is not only a devastating and catastrophic step to destroy the forthcoming Muslim generations and their religious identity, but also to occupy their mosques, madrasas, schools, graveyards, etc. So, this is the time to be united and raise voices against the Black Act. Respected audience, now I am going to explain why we should protest against the aforesaid Black Act. Firstly, the Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 tries to remove any sign of Muslims and Islam from the Waqf state, so that the property can be used as a government property in the coming future. Therefore, section number 2 of the proposed act suggests to substitute the Arabic word Waqf. That section reads for the word Waqf, the words unified, Waqf management, empowerment, efficiency and development shall be substituted. Although the word Waqf and the word Musliman are used from the beginning, even during the British regime. That's why the Waqf Act of 1923 was named as the Musliman Waqf Act 1923. This suggested act points out that the wealth of Waqf properties will be used for other communities instead of the Muslims in the nearest possible future. In addition to that, Section 18 of the Waqf Amendment Act declares that if any dispute is found in any part of Waqf property, that property could be declared as government property easily by the opinion of the concerned collector. That section reads, where the collector in his report mentions that the property wholly or in part is in dispute or is a government property, the Waqf in relation to such part of property shall not be registered unless the dispute is decided by a competent court. Thus, fear of illegal occupation is getting intense. definition of the government property, saying that government property means movable or immovable property or any part thereof belonging to a government organization. It means that if a water pipeline crosses across an Idgah or passes by a mosque, it is very easy to make that mosque or Idgah declared as a government property, although that land has been being treated as waqf property for centuries. As well as section number 11 suggests to appoint 2 non-Muslim members in the Waqf Management Board. Respected audience, this discussion is just the tip of the iceberg. There are many sections left to discuss because that tip of the iceberg is enough to show the ill intentions of the communal ruling government. So again, I would like to appeal to this gathering and our Muslim brothers and sisters for raising awareness about the Waqf Amendment Act 2024 to protect our religious rights and religious ceremonies all over India. Here I conclude my speech with this peaceful application for sincere prayers for me and for this madrasa. May Allah give us the feet to follow His path and His prophet. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.